Well, welcome to my live stream, everyone. This is Dale Lakeman, and this is live right now. So I went for a walk, or well, actually, and this is the live stream. Created. Over. There you go. We're gonna have to start all over again because my video wasn't working. So it all starts off with me circling around a few times because these people started walking towards me. I was at the payphone, and they started walking towards me, right? So I took a picture of the payphone really quickly and went live. I had just went around the corner, and the police were going the opposite direction towards me, and I was on the sidewalk when I went around the corner. So you can hear those people talking a little bit, and then of course me snickering because I kept going around in circles. They kept trying to follow me around in the circle. They were trying to case me out. I don't know what it was. It was a man and a woman. Then I nearly ran over that dog. The dog was looking the other direction. And then when I saw him, he looked at me and he was startled, and I was like, wow. And then of course the cops, whether that's the same cops that I had just seen a few minutes earlier or not, I'm not sure.
Went by that way.
I'm not sure if that was the same cops that I had just seen a few minutes earlier.
They got some gangsters in the hood, man. They got to deal with.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, cops actually have a job to do. Because look, there's all these fucking people walking around robbing anybody or going to try to case out anyone like they had just done to me that comes into the neighborhood. But that's the problem, is that the cops will drive around harassing all kinds of people. They won't pull over actual Johns or anything like that, because those are part of the neighborhood. You see, this guy starts riding towards me, right? Because I was looking the other direction, but with my phone I was aiming at him. And then I looked at him, and he was coming right towards me. He turned to the center line, eh? You notice that? Because they're all trying to fuck somebody over. This is the culture. This is what I'm filming. I'm filming the culture of this neighborhood. And they're marginalized. People are marginalized in this neighborhood because the cops or social workers or even the colonial Indians that live down here and that work down here say that these people are fucking Indians. Do you know what I mean? The colonizers are actually First Nations people. A lot of these First Nations are actual colonizers themselves. They criticize their own people, it's you are going to be a hooker, you are going to be a gangster, you are going to be. They categorize people all by themselves. They don't need racists to do it for them.
The cat's scared of the people.
Yeah, the cat was scared of the people.
Because people were on the sidewalk. That's funny.
It's crazy, right?
Cat looked a little savaged. Poor little kid.
This is where people have the culture of it's kind of a desperate culture.
Man.
It's pretty desperate lifestyle.
It's a weed shop now.
The cops think that everybody down here, or anyone that they deal with, is some kind of drug addict or They're just below them. They have contempt for everyone. Doesn't matter who you are. When the cops see you or anything, they have contempt for you. Doesn't matter. You could be a rich person. They have contempt for you. Some kind of training thing. Now there's another guy that's sketching me out here behind me. He's walking up behind me, and I can see him, but you can't see him because I'm not filming him. Because if I turned around and filmed right at him, then he's going to be aggravated. But I'm watching behind me. He's trying to come up behind me right now.
You know, Tim's is now a weed shop.
So I'm kind of pretending that I'm looking somewhere else, but I see him behind me. And so when I turn around and I go around by the bus stop, that's when I turn around and turn back, and then the guy is right there beside me. But he's right behind me right now. So now I'm going to go towards the bus stop. Going to go down that way. You'll see what happens. Because he's right there on the corner. Now he's out of sight just there on the right side of my camera. And so then I pull into the lot like that, and he's right there by the corner now. He's coming up behind me. And so now I turn around, and there he is. See him? See him? See him? He's coming across the street now right there. Now I was watching him. He was coming towards me. And so I go behind the yellow sign like that. And so he's going. You can see him walking. He's walking the other direction now to see him, like to hide himself back there. And then I turn like this, and I said that, right? Because he's right there.
5 people around me here.
Yeah, because there's other people in the alley looking right at me. And then I turn around and watch this guy's right there. Here he is, right behind me.
He started coming towards me.
Oh, I guess I only looked with my head, but I'm telling you, I looked right back there, and he was right frickin' there.
But he was coming towards me.
He was coming up.
Why would a person,
and he's got a mask on.
Self-respecting person wear a mask?
Yeah, he's by himself. He's walking at night. He's got a mask on.
You know, anywhere you're walking.
He's not a yuppie.
I don't get.
You know what I mean? He's not a yuppie. Now they have an excuse to walk around wearing masks. Now there's an excuse to wear a mask. That's all it was.
I don't get it.
And he's back there, but he went the other direction. That's why I put my camera backwards, to see if he was coming around the corner any second. But he's walking with a mask on. It's an excuse. That's why I'm just saying why, because I'm expecting somebody to put up a chat and say, because he's a gangster and he's hiding, really. And that's what he's doing, right? People don't get this crap. They don't get what's happening on this stream here. They think it's all some kind of something else. This is about the culture. These people have, it doesn't matter where you are. And now the cops have that same culture. Now you'll see that same culture come out. That they think that I'm a drug addict or something, or that I'm going to panic and run down the street and have them chase me or something, right? And so then they start to play cat and mouse with me. It's games without frontiers is what they're going to start playing with me now. Here come the cops to play games without frontiers. They saw me, they drove by. Now, here comes the third time. Here's where Games Without Frontiers starts. So this is what this is called. I'm live streaming Games Without Frontiers. Here comes the cops.
Keep going.
See, they think there's some kind of game they're playing. It's not. It's not a game. They are trying to harass me and create some kind of confrontation or something here. Here they come. See? But these people down here, it's a desperate kind of lifestyle. They are just desperate. Now this guy with the red on, you'll notice him, right? See the guy with the red? Well, in the daylight, what he does is he goes downtown. He's panhandling. You'll see him. He looks totally different in the daylight. He's not a gangster looking. He looks like a bum. And then you'll see him at protests, and you saw him on TV as well. He was at the Camp Hope. He was at, he lived in Pepsi Park for a while, that guy. But at night, that's what he
said
does.
hello
He
to
puts
me
all the red
on
on.
earlier. I didn't want to
Yeah,
say
because
hello to him
he knows who I am, right?
again. Not with my phone on, that's for sure.
No.
He was freak.
Yeah, I have my phone on now, so they don't want to
He doesn't
talk to me or
recognize
see
in
me
the
anymore.
daytime or in the nighttime, I mean.
Yeah,
Probably
but
won't
in the
recognize me
daytime,
in the daytime.
he looks like a bum. He walks around panhandling like he's like homeless.
I mean, he's just-
But at nighttime, he's got the gangster red on. He walks around full red,
But I mean, it seems normal right now.
and he's on drugs. Like, he's rank, man. You don't want to fuck with that guy.
The situation.
He'll start fucking pounding on you.
There's a church bus, everyone.
And so that's part one. And that's how they create the chaos. These guys, like, I mean, see, he's got a totally different life. So that's what they think. A lot of them just think that. They think that everybody is like this. Like the cops, for instance, they think everyone is that exact same way. That's what they think of everyone. And so then we're at the stage here now where we see the church bus and the church bus. And here we go. We continue our journey. This is our live stream we did last week for everyone that was.
We're going for a drive, obviously. Church bus, everyone.
So there's the church bus. So I hear it start up when I turn around. You'll hear it start the engine. Sorry, I had to restart the video again. I had to restart the video one more time.
Church bus. We're going for a drive, obviously. Well, that was fun touring around in the hood. You notice? Well, I mean, I avoided them too, but not anyone came at me. I heard a couple people say cop. Oh, there's a cop right there, actually. But I heard a couple of people say that guy's a cop or something, but who knows? I could be just like them, you know what I mean? I bet you a lot of people that live down here do this. I know if I did, I would. But I do.
So that's not unusual that the cops drive by there, right? And I don't think a lot of people do live stream. They might Facebook live stream to their gangster friends, but they're sure not going to be, you know, like a YouTuber like me driving around to do a tourist video. So the bus came up behind me.
Cab is stopping. They're stopping to talk to that woman, the boss.
So the bus comes up behind me here like this. And of course there's a hooker on the corner. They stop. But there's these two gentlemen, see them? Right behind the trucks. Now they're coming out from between the trucks here any second. Yeah, and I'm like, well, I don't want to catch up to these guys. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to catch up to any people. Especially if they turned around and saw me with my phone. They're like, holy fuck, this guy's recording us, and we just stole some gas out of the U-Haul trucks, right?
You know what I mean?
So that looks like what they were doing, was stealing gas out of the U-Haul.
The guy's looking over his shoulder.
Or a battery or something, I don't know what they were doing. But they were between the trucks there.
I don't need to cause a disturbance with them. Well, thanks, gentlemen.
No way.
You got a life to live. We've got a bag or something.
I seriously, like, really, why would I want to interact with any of these people at all?
So, that's an indication that
this is what I'm filming. I'm filming the lifestyle. That's what I film. But of course, we are, and I am, being stalked at this time on this live stream. Because the cops have already went by twice, and they're like, well, that's Dale Lakeman. So they're either watching the live stream because there was like 3 or 4 people on, right? So that's why I was intrigued. I said, well, I got to keep this going because there's so many people on this live stream that there's definitely going to be someone that's calling the cops to harass me, right? So that's how it was playing out.
They're back to do their sketch somewhere else.
Yeah, I really thought they were leaving. I always had that hope that it wasn't going to be what it turned out to be, right? I was hoping this is not what it's going to be. They're not just trying to come and see what they think is everybody's a drug addict. And they think everybody's panicking, right?
Clean around here now.
No, all I was doing was getting pissed off.
Oh boy.
But we'll watch a whole video and you'll see how it works, right? And how now, even because I recorded it, how I know what was happening, right? If I wouldn't have recorded it, I would have just been thinking, well, they were harassing me. But now I know for sure, because I watched this, that either someone was on my stream harassing me by phoning the police to harass me, to cause some kind of harassment, or else the police were on my stream actually harassing me. And then they started stalking me. And at the end, you see how violent it gets. At the end of this stream, how violent they get towards me. You'll see how it works. Because this is what they were trying to cause, is some kind of violent interaction. And they were doing it on purpose. And we'll just keep reiterating that fact through this whole stream now, because that's what they're trying to do right here in this stream. So if I was out there right now, at this same location right now, and I was streaming, and there was 3 people on there, who's phoning the cops? See, that's the thing about it. See, YouTube should not have people anonymous on the streams. Everybody should have to be, if you come on and it shows one icon, it should have to say, Joe was here on your stream. This is the channel that's watching your stream, right? But it doesn't. That's the only bad thing about YouTube, is it does not identify its users. The users have to voluntarily say who they are. That's the only bad thing about YouTube. That's what makes YouTube bad, is that people don't have to put their name to their channel unless they volunteer to, right? And and people put their names on their channel because they're responsible for their content, right? And that's why I can put up content like this. I can put up content and I can have freedom of expression because I'm responsible for my freedom of expression. Okay? You guys can, do whatever you want on any kind of social media. But if someone complained about it, it would be down. But you can't complain about what I do because it's honest. It's the truth. Here we are doing a tourist video. It's an obvious tourist video. And there's no motive other than just to drive around and observe the culture of a city that I lived in all my life. That's it. And I fucking lived in this neighborhood. I walked these streets here when I was 10 years old at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I had no problem. Now, all it is a shit stream. And it's shit stream from the people. And it's a shit stream from the police. The police are the worst people in the world, it seems like. Because the other people, you can understand, they have a culture of desperation. The police do not have to be so desperate, but they are. They're desperate. When I say desperate, they're desperate to harass people, to be above, to be more important, and to have control over someone else. It's desperation. I seriously have no motive other than showing exactly what this really is.
That's where I had my first bank account right there.
I could tell there was somebody watching me because it got so deathly quiet. The tension in the air drew up. So I'm like, okay, I got to keep looking backwards. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, I got to keep looking backwards somewhere back there because there's somebody back there watching me. I could sense there was somebody back there watching me. I could sense there was someone back there behind me, watching me, harassing me, stalking me. It was an unnerving feeling, but I could handle it because I knew what it was. And that people like that are no threat if you meet them head on. So that's why I keep turning back and looking back there, because I could feel it. It's spider sense. I could sense somebody back there. I was waiting for it. I was like, this is what's happening here. You know that when you go into an isolated area, that's what happens, that the stalkers come forward and they start trying to really seriously stalk you. And that's exactly what was happening right there. I could sense it. I could sense what was happening. It was just like, wow, I could sense it. It was unbelievable. The feeling that I could feel, but I could feel it. It was palpable. It was a palpable feeling. There was a palpable feeling of but it was in there. It was palpable. So I keep looking backwards. You could tell that there was some kind of strange thing going on behind me. But I knew it was either on my stream or behind me that it was happening, right? It was either on the stream or behind me that it was happening. So again, I keep looking backwards, and I get to the armories, because the armories is a significant tourist attraction in Regina, to me anyways, for the valor of our troops that served from southeast Saskatchewan and Regina area, especially. And I actually attended Artillery Cadets 2370, and of course the 10th Field Artillery Militia for like a couple weeks.
Well,
and of course the Regina Rifles for what, about 10 months?
It's Taylor Field. The new
Taylor and Field. So I was there, but I knew there was something behind me. I was like, there's someone behind me stalking me. That's all I could think of, was like, I have to wait here and linger to see what's going to happen next. Because I knew there was somebody behind me. And so they come flying up behind me to terrorize me, really. They were attempting to speed up behind me and cause like some kind of like something, because I could sense they were back there. That's why I keep looking back, and I'm waiting. I'm like, okay, they're there somewhere, because this is the place. This is the remote place. I could sense the palpable quietness, the palpable tension, right? And then I look down there, and those are really bright headlights coming. And I'm like, there they come. They're coming up behind me. They're to harass me. Because I could sense it on the stream as well. The people that were on the stream, I could sense in those numbers that there was someone there that was harassing me. So whether it was the police that were on the
Lawson Center is, you can't even see it really. There's a big swimming pool right there, man. You can't even see it. You can barely see that building.
Yeah. You hear my voice? Did you hear that? It's a softness, because I'm thinking, where are they? Where are they? That's all I could think of. Where are they? Because I could sense them. And it was on my stream as well as it's coming towards me. I could sense it. Like, here it comes.
And a grizzly or a lynx. Oh, here comes the cops.
Yep, and so that's why I go across the street to take cover, because they could have came flying up there and ran me over, or they could have had the drop on me and started shooting, because they're crazy. They're insane. See, they came flying up fast around the corner like that to intimidate me and threaten me, and so they slow down and they go into the parking lot. And I'm like, I know exactly where they're going. Yeah, exactly.
So who's the cop?
I
Which one?
I could feel it. I could feel the palpable on the stream as well as in the atmosphere of the. I could feel it.
Oh, no.
I knew it was happening.
I know what I'll do. I'll go this way.
And then I thought, well, I know the angle because I know what they're going to do. They're going to sit at the angle.
Freaking yard over there.
Yeah, because the angle is from there at the corner, and you look backwards, and there they are. And so then when they sit there, they look sideways, and they can see all the way over there. If you go that way, they know you're going that way then, because that gap is right there between the post and the corner of the building from where they're sitting. And so they go and they sit at that geometric angle so they can just look sideways. And even though the car is facing the opposite direction, you don't you can, if you're stupid, you think that they're not looking at you, and you go scooting across there like you're fucking some kind of on the run or something, right? And so then they're looking backwards at you though, but you can't see that from there.
Keep streaming, and if
right?
they come at me,
and that's why, of course, I got to
then
keep
I'll
streaming.
record it.
Exactly.
What the fuck is the reason for them to harass me?
Exactly.
How's that?
It was, yeah, and so that's what it was. They were trying deliberately, or someone was on my stream deliberately trying to cause some kind of antagonistic thing. But see, they didn't know. They don't know that I know all this, right? That I know that I can just look backwards here, right here at the corner like this, and see them sitting way off there in the distance, that white dot. But my screen was dirty, and my hands were too cold and dry, and I couldn't make it zoom in. Otherwise, I would have zoomed in, and you would have seen that white spot there with the lights on. That's the police, and they're sitting there. They're facing north, but they're looking west, right? Do you know what I mean? Because they're looking sideways out the side windows. You see, but they're facing north. So when you see them, you think, well, they're looking the other direction. They're not looking at you. Well, no. If you're an idiot, that's what you think. Because they think everybody's fucking asshole or on drugs or fucking panicking or something, right? But I wasn't. I was pissed off. I'm like, holy fuck, I'm getting stalked by the people that watch my stream. And now I'm getting stalked by the police who are stupid enough to buy into some fucking screwball on my stream, just fucking pulling some kind of shit with them to get some kind of interaction between me and the police. You know? And so that's what this was all about. Was either the police were trying to cause some kind of shit happen, or somebody was on my stream trying to cause some interaction with me and the police, right? It's not a game, guys. This is not a TV show. This is reality. And believe it or not, some people may be stupid, but other people aren't stupid like people that are stupid. And that's why the police wasting their time by racing around behind me like this and doing this shit was really stupid and protagonistic on their part. They were the protagonists. They were trying to fucking antagonize me. They were fucking trying to get me to fucking have some kind of issue. And they were being antagonized or protagonized or whatever it is. I don't give a fuck less now. I gotta get a little excited about this. Because this is stressful. But it's stressful for them. Because they're playing games. And they don't know, because they don't know what I'm thinking. Because I know that they're playing games, which is just making me say, well, how childish they really are. You know? How stupid the police are that they would waste their resources doing this shit to me. Do you know what I mean? By who? By somebody phoning, or by them stupidly watching my live streams and harassing me? When, I mean, oh, there's some fentanyl dealers that are hooking out kids in the basement of fucking how many houses in the hood? How many people are being fucking robbed right now when they're driving around behind me here? How many people are getting harassed by real fucking actual individuals that are fucking stalking them when you're driving around harassing me? But I'll tell you what, I'll be turning around and I'll be filming you fucking pieces of shit. But here I was just like playing games with you. Next time I'll be walking towards your car and I'll be filming you, and then you can just do whatever you want. But I
Why
guess
don't
you're
we-
violent.
That's what I'd like to know.
Eh? We'll see what your reaction is, whether you just, roll up your windows and drive away, or what the fuck you do. But you guys, people on my stream, and the police, just tried to harass me.
Where's the rest of
That's
my
all
hair?
this was about. The whole stream. So we're going to continue in a few minutes, guys. We're going to continue again. It's kind of stupid that people do this kind of stupid shit. Either people are phoning, or it's the cops are watching my stream, and they're driving around behind me harassing me, trying to cause something to happen.
I should have been able to.
So in Texas, those fucking cowards wouldn't run into the building. They're cowards. That's about 99.999% of the cops. Cowards. That's what they were. This was all this is they're cowards. And they're bullies. And they're trying to harass me. I should have been able to zoom, but my hands were too dry and the screen was
See how they
dirty.
ruined my stream, guys? Ruined it for all of us.
See? We were having a great time until someone either phoned or the police were harassing me by watching my stream. So it's either they're stupid and they're watching my stream, they decide to harass me, or else it's some stupid idiot on my stream that comes on my stream and harasses
They ruined
me.
it for everyone.
Either way, it's pretty pathetic, isn't it?
Look at the ground.
But they're deliberately trying to cause some kind of fucking harassment. They're trying to cause some shit happening here between me and the cops. Or the cops are trying to cause some shit happen between me and the cops. Otherwise, either way, it's kind of stupid, isn't it? And it's childish. Stupid, childish.
I'm working some of my gas out.
So let's start this. Start this again here. This one. Let's start this part. So my screen was dirty.
Should have been able to zoom in.
And my hands were too dry.
Oh well, see how they ruined my stream, guys? Ruined it for all of us.
Ruined it for everybody. We were if there was anybody coming on my stream and enjoying the stream, it was ruined. You know what I mean?
That's how they ruined it for everyone.
It was fucked up already there.
They ruined it for everyone. Just look at this.
See that? Because I can't show you where I'm going now, because I'll show you where I'm going. The fucking assholes will be harassing me driving down the street. What a great time, eh? Wow, we're having great harassing people. What a great stream Dale Lakeman's having. We're harassing him. Oh boy. Oh man, see, I can only imagine myself as the audience right now, because I'm watching this and I'm thinking, well, the guy is either being harassed by people on his stream, or the cops are watching his stream and they're harassing him, and he's just pissed off that the cops are fucking harassing him. And sooner or later, the guy's gonna be so pissed off, he's gonna punch somebody in the fucking nose or something, man. Because, like, seriously, if you keep harassing somebody, what happens to them? You know what I mean? They have a mental breakdown. Yep, that's true. And so it can go on for, like, ages, right? Right? And then they have a mental breakdown. Or else, guess what? You stop harassing them, or else somebody comes along. See, I shit on the camera because that's how much I disrespected you guys then. I'm like, fuck, I might as well fart on the camera because like it's either my people on my stream that are being harassing me, or else it's the cops are watching and harassing me. And all I'm trying to do is actually get on with my life and not be harassed by the police. You know? But I'm gonna go and film the police anytime now, and I'm gonna tell them, well, fucking kill me then if I'm filming you then. That's what I'm gonna say point blank right in public. You come at me and you're like, you can't film. I'll say, well, fucking kill me then. And I'll just keep walking away until you kill me. And they'll be going like, he killed him because the guy was filming. And then the cops will say, well, what was the reason? What was the condition that he breached? Oh, he breached his conditions. What was it? Oh, it was not to film the police? So you killed him for not, because he did not say, because he was filming you. That's why you killed him then, right? Because you guys banned him from filming, right? Right? Because I can possess an electronic device. I can have computers. I can have a phone. I can have a fucking satellite receiver. I can have a fucking GPS. I can have fuck you and fuck everything, buddy. You know that? I can film anything I fucking want. And if you try to fucking deny me that right, what is your fucking problem there, bitch, that you can't fucking talk about? Just fucking pull it right out. Tell it right to my face, because otherwise I'm gonna have to just get shot by you next time, you fucking pig. Fuck you. What a fucking harassment. Thanks for watching right now so you can hear this. And no, they really, seriously? I'm sick and tired of your shit, pig. How's that sound? That sounded like a really good rant for you guys. Remember who it was. It was, it was the, Modern Day Drifter. Sorry, man. I love you, buddy. That's the truth. It was Dennis Leary. Dennis O'Leary? He says, FFA, you fucking asshole. Fuck y'all. Or what was it? No, he said, I'm an asshole.
Next time I'm just going to...
And aren't you all? Right? Just American as apple pie. Canadian as well. Exactly. I'm gonna walk right up to you and film you right in your fucking face. You drive by me stalking me.
My stream hasn't buffered.
Like how sick that is, you guys. Then you go down the corner here, you drive down Albert Street, and you park on Albert Street, and you're waiting for me to get to Albert Street here. To harass me some more.
That's why they keep my stream going. Oh, liquor store's open. Look, you can buy.
So what's going to happen tonight, guys? What time is it now? I'm going to go out in a few minutes here. And I'm going to be walking down this street here. It's 10:45. There's a lot of... Oh, yeah, that's right. You can be drunk. You can be drunk or on drugs. And, of course, you can have fentanyl and heroin and all this kind of shit. Crack cocaine and shit. That's legal. But you can't walk down the street or even smoke a joint and then drive 24 hours later. You can't drive for 24 hours, like 48 hours if you smoke a joint. But you can drink alcohol and drive. Or you can do fucking crack cocaine or fentanyl and drive.
I'm filming everybody now. I'm not just gonna like, whoa, fuck avoid to try to get jumped by bums or something. I'm just gonna film everybody. That way if anybody says anything.
That's why I gotta film everybody now, crackhead fucking pig. Holy shit.
Police are the most pathetic people, and the rest of the people
in the world
are people on YouTube. It's just one person sits there.
Yeah, there was somebody there harassing me.
My YouTube troll.
It was freaking obvious.
Like seriously, you guys built my channel.
It was 100% accurate. What I was saying right there at the time, I was like, the fucking person comes on my channel and either phones cops or is a cop and is just trying to cause some kind of issue between me and the Regina City Police. Or the Regina City Police. Like, I mean, they're buying into it. They're parked down the Albert
pigs
Street now.
that think it's a television
So
show.
this is what's happening.
Life's not a TV or a movie, people.
This
Nope,
is what's
it's not a
happening right
fucking
now.
Game. You don't play games with people.
They're like, oh, he's in the alley.
You guys
They're
are
looking
fucking
at the
pieces of
graffiti.
shit.
So
That's
you
a
guys
honest
go down
fucking
the
fact
alley,
right there.
right?
Coaster,
You guys go and
suck
start
my ass, you piece of
screwing
shit.
down the alley there,
I give a
and he'll
fuck
be
less.
panicked,
Come over here and shoot me,
and
man.
he'll run or
I give a
something,
fuck less about
and you
pigs.
can fucking say that he was running because he was violating his curfew, and then you can say he was running for some reason and shoot him or something, right? Do you know what I mean?
Fucking losers.
You do know what I mean because you were there. Let me explain it to you here one time, actually, after this little bit of film ends, so we can get this all right. So you just fucking know exactly what the fuck the real facts are here. What the fuck's going on here, guys? I can explain it to you fully, completely here, so you know.
Bags.
Fuck the facts are.
Fucking pieces of shit. I think I might go to the police station right now and tell you right fucking.
So what the facts are is they're sitting on Albert Street, right? And they're sitting there and they're waiting for me to come around the corner there. They're aiming towards me. They're aiming north on Albert, and I'm going to go down south on Albert is what they're supposing. But I got into the alley. So somebody is calling them either on the radio or on a cell phone, and they're saying, well, he's in the alley looking at the graffiti. So what you guys do is you guys go whipping down the alley, but in the meantime, as they're getting ready to go, I'm turning around, right? I looked at the graffiti, I stopped. They're calling them. They're answering the message. This is like 30-second delay, right? Because this is all it is. It's like what? 2 or a minute, right? It's only a minute difference here, eh? So right from the end of this video until the so it's a minute and a half. So I'm in the alley. I'm going this way down the alley. Boom. I turn around. I stop. I start going the other direction in the alley. They've got the relay, the message. They're coming towards me. They come flying down Albert Street, but they don't notice it because they don't think I'm on Albert Street. They think I'm still in the alley. So they're going to come flying down the alley, which is what they do. They come flying down the alley to try to create some kind of harassment or some kind of panic situation in me. Like, oh, Dale Lakeman's in the alley. He's filming and he's violating his curfew. So, like, he's going to be in a panic. Well, no, I don't give a fuck. You guys could come flying down there. I would stand in the middle of the road. You could run me over and I would just film it. You guys could come flying up streets to a stop with all your lights out, pull your guns out, and say, drop the camera. And I'd say, no. I'd say, shoot me. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. And I'd turn around and either walk away or I'd just stand there until you shot me. Because I'm not going to put down my camera. I'm not going to. You can say, and then you can lie about that because here it is. I'm saying this right now on YouTube. Nobody's listening. But you know what? It's still here. And that's exactly the way, that's the way it is, boys. Fuck you. Fuck your hat. And suck shit, as a matter of fact, is what I'm going to say. So then we keep going because you fucking clowns, just to tell you what's going to happen because this is what I knew was going to happen. I knew what was happening. I'm not stupid. You fucking morons.
Pigs that think it's a television show.
Both sides of you. The idiot that phoned or the fucking cop that was watching and harassed. So I'm going one way down the alley here.
Show. Life's not
yeah, and they think that everything's like ha ha ha, like woohoo. It's some kind of scenario. It's not some kind of scenario that you got worked out in your mind there, buddy. That's not the way shit is, buddy. You don't
come over here and shoot me, man. I give a fuck less about you pigs.
You fucking people are fuck all. You're fuck all. You fucking moronic pieces of shit.
Pigs that think
You
it's a
fucking think that
television show.
that fucking
Life's
everybody's
not a TV
stupid.
Or a movie, people.
You
Nope,
fucking,
it's not
I
a
knew
fucking
exactly
game.
what
You
the
don't play
fuck you
games with
fucking
people.
clowns were doing right
You
here
guys
at this
are fucking
time.
pieces of shit.
You
That's an honest
were,
fucking fact right
and
there.
just desperately trying
Suck
to
my
really
ass,
get
piece
me
of shit.
to
I
be
give a fuck less.
aggravated.
Come over here and shoot me, man.
You know, eh?
I give a fuck
Trying
less
to just
about you
real
pigs.
fucking antagonize a person. Trying to cause some kind of fucking violent incident. It's the police
Fucking
that are
gangster pieces
playing.
of shit.
They're playing games without frontiers. There's no frontier for me. No, these guys got the whole field covered. They could just come up and shoot me now. That's what the plan was here. Now, see, I'm going one way in the alley, and then I turn around and go the other way in the alley. Well, and then they come flying down the alley to try to create some kind of a panic scenario, right? So that they come flying up and say, "Oh, he's running down the alley trying to get away from us because he's breaking his curfew or something." Well, no, man. If I'm out there filming you at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll stand there and you can just shoot me. If that's your triggered fucking attitude, if that's your thing, if you fucking think I'm violating your laws that I'm filming you, then you just shoot me. Come over here right now and shoot me then. I don't mind. I don't mind tempting you like that because you guys are crazy enough to fucking do it. Because you're weirdos.
Fucking where the
You're
fuck's your videos
pathetic
on social
weirdos.
media, buddy? What was your
So I
purpose?
turned around and went back
To get
out,
a ticket?
came back this way. Here they are, coming towards me.
purpose
They're
is to
sitting
say,
on
you know
on
what?
Albert Street there, right?
Fuck yeah, I'm sick
But their
of you
buddies
guys
had
now.
just told
You're
him
fucking
now.
harassing me.
They
Little
just
too
told
long
him
there, boy.
he's in the alley. Go down the alley. Flash your lights on. See, there's their lights on. Just the lights just went on. Their headlights went on. They start pulling down the road here. Watch.
He told me the truth. He said.
He told me, "Fucking, you guys are gang-stalking
"They are
fucking thugs.
gangsters.
There's nothing you can
They
do
are
about fucking
gangsters.
people that want to kill you.
You're not
If they
gonna
want to
win
kill you, they
against
can
the
kill you today.
gangsters."
If they don't want to kill you, they won't. They're motherfucking murderers, is what the cop said, or the lawyer. Lawyer said, "Why are you messing with people that actually just could kill you, make up excuses to kill you?" I'm like,
I'm done with playing games.
and he was serious, and that really made me angry and upset, and of course worried too, because you guys are that kind of people.
Thanks
I'm
for all
walking down the
thumbs up and
highway.
likes, guys. Oh,
Fuck,
man, I
especially
got
the
this-
RCMP.
You know, that's what my
That's
channel's
all they
all
are,
about, is
gangster murderers.
People watching that support me. That like are,
Fuck, you don't have to commit a crime to be murdered by a fucking
expression.
bully piece of shit like
I
those
support
guys.
the fact
That's
that
fucking
you're
fact.
not taking
Fucking
being
piece of
harassed
shit.
by these guys anymore. No, I never heard that from anyone that allegedly supported
No.
me. No one. No.
I only had
said,
one
"I'm
real
gonna come out
supporter, I
and
think.
fucking,
One or two real supporters.
Be your fucking backup.
I don't know.
or
Maybe
anything
there's
like that.
more. It's hard to say
I'll tell you,
sometimes.
only one person is cops right there.
People run the
Yeah.
opposite direction. Here comes the cops now. Yeah, they flash their lights on, and then they come flying down the alley because they think I'm in the alley, right? So they turn and go down the alley. See, watch. They go flying down the alley there.
Going after somebody.
See? They're going down the
That's where
alley
I
because
was
they're
with
trying to
that.
create some kind of mayhem. That's what they were
Maybe
trying to
they're
do.
going after me. I'm over
Yeah,
here,
they were
boy.
trying to create mayhem. That's exactly what they were trying to do.
It's kind of hilarious.
They were absolutely, positively trying to create a situation when they
went
did
down
that.
the alley where I was.
They knew that. They knew
Know where
that.
they're going.
They were trying to do that.
Really don't care.
They were absolutely trying to fucking kill me. If they weren't trying to kill me, they were trying to injure me or create some kind of mental fucking issue there, boy. They were trying to create some issue right there. There's just absolutely no doubt
I
about
would've been
that.
standing
Any
there,
reasonable
they come
person
flying
that
down
says
the
they
alley.
weren't, that's
They're
bullshit
stopping,
because
like,
they were stalking
"No,
me
there's
all
a
the way
standing
home.
suspect here or
They were
something."
stalking me.
It's like, really? Wow.
They were
Are
stalking
you
me.
Wayne?
I keep making
They
excuses
jump
for
out.
them
Are
all the
you
way
Wayne?
through this stream. I'm like, no,
Wayne,
that's
stop,
not
Wayne,
real.
And they start shooting.
No, Wayne, you know, I'm trying to make light of this, hey? But no, that's
That
serious.
would be hilarious.
And the where's Wayne thing, I
Are
think
you
they were
Wayne?
actually trying to kill me then. I think they were actually trying to kill me with that where's Wayne thing, to be honest with you. I think that's the truth. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty well certain they were trying to kill me. They're fucking crazy, insane people. They are murderers. Look at how purple that is. Isn't that nice? But those cops are nuts. They're trying to murder me. There's no doubt about that one.
Wayne, stop.
It's just absolutely true. They want me to go down the highway and be murdered. They might set me up with some kind of person that, who knows?
Again?
Some person
Yes,
could come
again.
down there
That's the
and say,
second
hey,
time.
you're hitchhiking? If I was hitchhiking, the person could come down,
That's
pick me
funny.
up, and murder me. Who fucking knows?
That's
It's weird,
hilarious.
man. It's weird, and they're letting people get away with this kind of shit. It's all Gerald Stanley kind of
Holy
shit.
fuck, that place is packed.
That's what they're doing.
I think those people recognize me. The guy looked right at me and he just like his
There's
head
no
just
question
twisted and
they're
looked
trying
right
to
at me again.
Play Gerald
And he starts
Stanley cards
smiling.
like that on me. There's just absolutely no
recognize
doubt
people.
about it.
Pretty rare that you get to see inside the door there.
It's
That would
sick.
be funny though. Are you Wayne? Holy fuck, man. No, I'm Dale. Oh, sorry, Dale.
I caused a little static on my,
You're not allowed to film us.
video here again, so it's glitching for me. That's all right. That's the way it is. I've seen this before.
Ooh.
It just
that's great.
totally frustrates me because I went
I like
out to
that
try to enjoy the company of people on my stream. You know, to have and you know, I wasn't expecting people to come on
But
my
they went
stream.
down the alley where
So
I
when there
filming
was
the
3 or
graffiti.
4 or 5 people on my stream like that, I knew, well, all this is
I'd say
going
they
to be
were
trouble
stalking
now.
me.
They're going to end up like in a
Originally,
troll
and then they
fest,
had something to
and
do.
they're all harassing me. You know what I mean? That's why there's nobody here on my stream right now.
They like the
If I was walking down the street, there'd be 3 or 4 people on here, and the cops would be harassing me on purpose.
like Kosher
That's
and Neil
that's the
Meyer,
way
like,
they
get
like
off
that.
on this.
They enjoy
They think it's funny
people
that
to
I'm
do that
fucking
to other people.
worried that they're gonna kill me.
It's sick
And that's why they threaten
because
me.
they are just like
they
the
think
kind
it's
of
funny.
people that want to cause.
Regular people don't do
harm.
that. You
That's
know,
why
regular people
when
don't do that.
I was down in the hood there, they don't care about all these drug addicts or Indians or anybody walking around because that's categorical, right? Me, it's not categorical. They can hate me for whatever reason they want to hate me for. They can just decide to make up shit, right? But for racial profiling, holy fuck, they can't be racist.
I got harassed.
That's
by
not the way
RCMP in
it
Fillmore.
works
His name is
anymore.
Keith Kosher.
The
And
only
then
way it
Seal
works now is
was
chaos.
harassing people all over the place.
It's just chaos.
He just likes to give
That's the only way it works, is chaos. For these people, they are the chaos because they create it. That's what they create. And then you're supposed to like, oh, forgive them for they know not what they do. Well, no, they know what they're doing. They do know what they're doing. They do know that they're doing this on purpose. There's no question they know what they're doing. And the people on the internet, same thing. They know what they're doing. They absolutely know what they're doing when they do this. They just know. There's just no question at all that they know what they're doing. And it's bad. This is a bad kind of life for people. And it's worse for the people that do these things to people. Do you know what I mean? Like for me,
That's a fact.
I got over it.
Got it. Be gang stalkers. People's tickets and arrest them. That's a fact on that one.
Like I say, I got over it.
Got it. Be gang stalkers.
And
That's
it's
cool.
just sad.
We're down a symphony orchestra now. Oh,
Try
Hey, it's
to
a
try to
security
go
guy.
and have a
hey,
live
Mr.
stream.
Security dude. Hey, dude.
Yeah, because he felt like he was just like he was looking at me like, oh, something's wrong with that guy. Meanwhile,
They expect
he's
you
a
to-
fucking
they
creep that's
expect you to,
driving
like,
around
go,
doing
like, it's
fuck all for
security, look
nothing.
out. Ooh, Mr.
Like, I mean,
And I'm just
fuck,
like, hey, dude.
nobody gives a fuck about those
How you doing,
buildings.
man?
The only person that gives a fuck about any of those buildings, those government buildings,
He thinks they're
Angela. That's it. And I'll say it straight out because I know she likes me just as much as I like her. We're associates by the fact that I talk to her on the street. And it's just like that Jeff dude with the bongo gongo drums. Oh, I'll tell you, man, that guy is just fucking vicious motherfucker. That's all he is, period.
I'll tell you.
And Craig, he just runs around fucking just trying to stir up shit with everybody. Oh, Keith, he's hiding out again. And that's the way it is. But the cops, pathetic. And people on my channel, pathetic.
It is turned off.
If you don't think I know who
Well, that's
you
a
are,
shitty-
you're
that's another
wrong.
Poor excuse for my.
And you think I care?
streaming
Not at
complaining.
all. Not
Why
a
doesn't
give a
anybody
shit
put up a
less.
chat? Why?
Nope. And the cops,
It's turned off.
not to give a shit less about you either.
Not good. aren't
I'm
they?
just sick and tired of your fucking
Someone
strange
tried to- oh, look, they were
gangsterism.
looking at me.
And
I
I'll
wasn't
tell you
paying
what,
any attention to them.
you
I
might say,
glanced
oh,
away
it'd
from
be
my
my
phone for a
pleasure to
second,
shoot you, Dale.
and
But I
boom,
guess
they were
that'll
looking
be
at
the
me.
way it is for you. Because that's the way you are.
It's not nicer at night.
Spiteful, arrogant, and what? Retaliatory pieces of shit. That's exactly what you
I'm
are.
not gonna fucking
It's
give up my
it's been
freaking
retaliation
anymore.
after
I'm done
retaliation.
with that.
Seal
That's a bullshit.
ran around retaliating for every fucking thing in the whole world because he was a fucking piece of shit to begin with. Kosher, another piece of shit.
Cheers for
Neil
your
Meyer,
home.
fuck, a bigger jerk than ever. And that's the way the cops handle things. They fucking treat people
That was
like
the thing that
shit,
bothered me about
and then
Mum.
gang stalk them,
Lyle and
and they're
Kevin,
just
they went all
fucking
out
pieces
for my
of
dad's
shit,
funeral.
man.
And then Lyle.
They're just fucking gangster fucking scumbags, and that's all they are. And that's what happened there on my stream. You guys were pieces of shit to me, and that's a fact. And so I enjoyed that stream, and I enjoyed this stream as well. And I'll tell you what, the world will still keep going around forever and ever and ever and ever. And I don't know what else to tell you about anything.
With a student, we focused on what we called the inner freedoms. So we actually looked at 3 freedoms: freedom of thought, freedom of belief, and freedom of opinion. These are the so-called inner freedoms because on the one hand, they look like there's something that's just inside the person, but they still need protection as freedoms because they're external things the state can do that interfere with them.
Freedom of opinion, freedom of thought, and freedom of belief are often lumped together with the external freedoms, so the manifestations of those, like freedom of religion and freedom of expression. But we were really trying to identify and zero in on why they're different and why they're included, because to understand freedom of opinion in a court basis, sometimes that's difficult to see rulings on just opinion without seeing it expressed. But we have seen cases where they do deal with it, and we know from the drafting process, which is really what I was looking at, of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, we know that there was a lot of deliberate decisions to put in what I call, or what we've called, inner freedoms of opinion and belief and thought, because they really protect the core convictions or beliefs of a person that allow them to then go and express them. If we want to have a democracy, or we want to have neutrality, and we want to have the ability to discuss with another person, we need the protection of freedom of opinion and freedom of belief, freedom of thought, because they allow a person, as actually one of the delegates said of the UDHR, they allow you to become and to be and to follow your conscience and to make those actions. And it really doesn't matter if you have freedom of expression if you don't have freedom of opinion. In Canada, we want to protect our democracy, so you wouldn't want the government making you sign on to beliefs that you didn't inwardly believe, that don't affect another person. You can think and hold opinions however you'd like, because it allows you to be able to have these conversations with people and pursue truth together. You need to be corrected, you need to put in your point of view. But if opinions are being curtailed or limited by the government, or thoughts or beliefs, then you can't have real open discourse and open democracy. I hope that the courts and there's more scholarship on freedom of opinion and belief and thought as distinct from religious and expression. Opinions are now becoming really politically correct, or what the majority sees as okay, or what's not controversial. But opinions, people are very scared to give these opinions out front and to talk about things, so then there isn't correction, and we see a lot of isolation, people in isolated pockets that seem to be expressing themselves in very aggressive ways. And I think that comes with not realizing that you have the freedom to have an opinion without maybe expressing it in a negative way.
The Charter protects freedom of expression. The Charter also protects freedom of the press and other media of communication. One of the key things is not only are we protected in speaking to each other, but the various means that we would get our message out there through print or through radio or TV or other communication, internet, email, videos, and so on, that the Charter actually also protects these media of communication. There's a question of what else that might mean. Is it just the pamphlet or just the video that's protected, or am I also protected in gathering information, doing research, doing an interview? Do I have protection against the government stopping me from doing that, or the government taking my research notes and so on? How far does this freedom extend? Obviously, the Charter means to protect more than just the freedom to express myself in one way, say by speech. It also means to protect us, our ability to get our message out there, even if it's unpopular?
Well, I think expression is one of those foundational freedoms in any Western constitutional democracy. The ability to speak your mind, to engage with others in dialogue about what the values of a society should be, what we ought to do, even to non-social contract kind of expression or democratic expression that provides personal fulfillment, whether that's singing, whether that's joking with friends or whatever. People should be free to engage in that within reasonable limits. But when it comes to the internet, I think it's interesting because we're reaching a new frontier where a lot of our previous approaches, legal approaches to how we deal with expression and how it should be regulated, go out the window when we deal with the internet. And I think that the internet itself is protected under the Charter, under Section 2B, because for the longest time, we've considered freedom of expression under the Charter to just deal with the expressive content, the ability to say something. But if you look deeply at the actual language of that provision of Section 2B, it not only provides protections for opinion, thought, belief, and expression, but also, critically, the method through which that expression occurs. So it mentions freedom of the press and other media of communication. And I think that other media of communication, that phrase, has never been really judicially interpreted, or seldomly been interpreted. And I think that language opens the door for recognizing that you can engage in expressive content, you can express yourself, but it doesn't really mean anything if the method through which you express it, whether it's through the press, if you're a journalist, through the internet, if you're an internet user, or if you're a worker engaged in a protest, labor picketing or things of that nature. If you can actually effectively use the mediums or methods of expression, for instance, for a reporter, if you can't keep your journalists or your sources confidential, or if you can't attend a court proceeding to report on what's going on in a criminal prosecution. If you can't engage in the medium that you're using to effectively engage in the expression you want to engage in, that's problematic. So I think Section 2B was drafted and addresses this issue where it protects the expressive content, so what you're actually saying, but also in certain instances, the method through which you express it.
I think it's fundamental in a couple of ways. One, the Charter talks in Section 1 about a free and democratic society. Now, in order to be a free and democratic society, even to talk about what that means, we have to have the freedom to talk about it and to be able to speak about it with each other and people across the country. You need to keep those media of communication free from censorship. In some countries, the government does control various media of communication. They do censor things on the internet that may not be inherently dangerous or violent or advocating violence, but that are simply espousing views that those in power disapprove of. And so our charter protects us against that kind of government interference.
We're kind of at a loss when it comes to fundamental freedoms, particularly freedom of expression and the internet. We see a lot of terrible things going on the internet when it comes to expression. A lot of hate, a lot of divisive language that has inspired acts of violence, acts of terrorism. So there is a need to regulate expression on the internet. But how do we do this in a fair way, in a proper way?
There are two dangers in having a number of forgotten freedoms, including these three. One of those dangers is that if they're not given independent protection, the state can end up interfering with them, and there might not be a claim that could be made under one of the freedoms that's remembered, as it were. And so the state could end up interfering with them in ways that it's not meant to be able to do. The other thing is that the presence of these freedoms alongside the other freedoms should shape how we read all the freedoms together. And if we forget about some of the freedoms when we're working on interpreting the freedoms that have more case law, we end up with a bit of a distorted picture of what those other freedoms are actually doing in light of the whole text.
We created this video series for you, and we hope that through this series,